That's what work is. You're really just selling whoever's paying you your body. That's what work is. This is a good story, so make sure you lock in. A lot of the stories I've told recently on my channel have happened years ago. This one happened pretty recently. So just 1 year ago, I was job hopping. I had many jobs. One of the jobs I had last year was working at a factory. Now, I just want you to imagine this factory. Imagine Willy Wonka's factory. Now imagine Willy Wonka's factory in communist Russia. Except there's no candy being made, just plastic. This factory I was working at just made plastic. They hired me, Brownboy, just to make sure that their plastic was getting produced at the correct quality and pace. This was a hard job. I had to be around hot, burning plastic constantly, all day. I had to touch it with my bare hands. I was like, oh, I hope this isn't freaking dangerous for me, you know? Hot plastic. Straight out of the machine that made it. My job was to just, organize it. They were usually small containers. Sometimes they'd be bigger containers. It was just tons of plastic. Big machines making plastic. Brownboy taking the plastic out of the machines. It was a whole day of getting paid. 12-hour work days. So half your day just around hot plastic. That's how long I was there for. Every day, 12 hours. And when you're there for a long time, I need to relax. I'm just being honest. If I'm there for half the day, I know I'm working, but I'm gonna get, a little bored. I need something to break the monotony. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So, what do I do on my lunch break? Well, of course, I hit the one-hitter. If you don't know what a one-hitter is, a one-hitter is a device that you can inhale devil's lettuce out of. It's the size of like a cigarette, and you can pack it. You could take this thing on the go in your pocket and just get high anywhere. So of course I bring it to work and I smoke at work like a normal person. This only happened a year ago, so I'm way past the stage of getting high and freaking out or just looking at the sky and it's changing colors. I'm way past that point. Now I'm at the point where the devil's lettuce is just giving me energy I need to work 12 hours a day. It's a long time. 12 hours a day, like, it's worth the money, but geez, that's your whole day. And when you work like 5 days a week, oh my goodness, that's just, it's a lot. Of course, I just need 30 minutes on my lunch break to, chill out. Like, it's nothing big. I'm not sitting there getting high on company time. I'm just relaxing, getting my energy back for the day. So I do this at, this job I have with the melting plastic. We'll call it, communist Russia Willy Wonka factory. I'm taking my 30. I'm just relaxing in my car. And to be honest, I am hitting my one-hitter that I brought, just to relax. I need it. I worked hard. I deserve it. And I'm not coming back acting a fool. I'm going to come back and do my job even twice as good as I was doing, I do that on my 30 minutes. I inhale the devil's lettuce. Little gassy grassy, little green goblin. I have fun on my break, and it's a normal day, and everything's all right. I'm on my 30 minutes. I'm inhaling the devil's lettuce. I'm chilling. I'm just sitting in my car with the one-hitter, thinking about life, making sure that, I'm doing the best I can at my job. Don't want to get fired. I'm getting paid, so I just don't want to get fired. Just want to do a good job. So I'm just thinking about everything. And of course, when you're on your 30-minute break at work, it goes by quicker than the drive-thru at McDonald's. So it feels more like 5 minutes rather than 30 minutes. That's for darn sure. I clock back in. I go to my little workstation. I'm ready, to be, a little freaking NPC, a little robot that makes money. I'm ready to freaking sell my body for whatever they need me for, you know what I'm saying? That's what work is. You're really just selling whoever's paying you your body. That's what work is. But now I feel better. After meeting with the devil in the parking lot and eating his lettuce, inhaling that lettuce, I just felt a lot better and just ready to work, for real. Felt like a new day. Of course, the work day lasts forever. It's such a drag. I mean, 12 hours feels more like freaking 12 days, if I'm being honest. I'm doing my 12 hours at work, right? Getting paid, Like $18 an hour just touching this hot plastic. It stinks too. That's the worst part. The unhealthiest part is probably the fact that you're smelling all this plastic. And I'm really aware of it now because I just went out in the parking lot and inhaled something organic. But I'm doing good at my job. I'm doing better than I did before I went on break and, you know, did my little sitch. All of a sudden, a guy I haven't even seen before comes up to where my little workstation. He comes to me and he goes, "Hey, Brownboy, can I speak with you real quick?" I go, "What's up, bro?" He holds his phone up and there's a picture on his phone. I look at the picture on his phone and it's a picture of my car. And I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Is this your car?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my car, bro." He's like, "All right, well, you're gonna have to come out and walk with me outside because you can't be doing that at work." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Do what at work? What are you talking about? No one saw me do anything." You know, I was aware of my surroundings. I know no one was watching me do the devil's lettuce while I was at work. And he freaking says, "Well, HR says that they smelled something funny. And you're saying this is your car? And they're saying that the smell came from your car." I'm like, bruh. I straight up told the dude, because obviously he's a manager here. It's like my second day at work, my first day at work. He's obviously a manager here. I go, "Bro, HR is tripping because I don't know what they're talking about. They must be smelling their nose or something. They must be smelling their upper lip or something, for real, because it's not me." I go, "HR's tripping." I go, "HR's tripping, bro." He goes, "Well, we got to believe HR because they're HR, so you got to come with me, bro." So I follow him, and this factory is huge. So I'm like, "Bro, that wasn't me, bro. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, I wasn't doing anything. I was just eating my lunch in my car on my break." He's like, "I know." He's like, "But HR says, so that's what goes." And I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense, bro. HR says that's the way it goes? Like, what are you talking about? Bro was a mega NPC. It's like, bro, you know, you don't have to be the system. Like, the system does not care about you. We are the system. Bro's walking me out. Bro is freaking walking me out of this, you know, factory of melting plastic that I'm working in. Getting paid 18 bucks an hour. 12 hours a day. It was not worth it. He's walking me out of this building. As we leave the building, I tell him, I'm like, "Bro, I've worked at a lot of jobs. I've had a lot of jobs. This has never happened to me at any of my jobs." I'm actually getting a bit angry when I'm talking to him. Like, this has never freaking happened to me. Because I've worked at a lot of jobs. This has never happened to me. Where freaking something smells funny outside, so I get fired because it smells funny outside. That's literally what they told me. And it's like, that doesn't even make sense. How do I get fired because it smells funny outside? Maybe check the inside of your nose. Maybe the inside of your nose smells funny. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you stink. Maybe you should use deodorant. Maybe you've never used deodorant. Maybe you need a bath. How is it my fault? And how do I deserve to get fired for it smelling bad outside? It just makes no freaking sense. Like, your explanation doesn't make sense. And so we walk outside. He's like, "I know, bro. I don't know what to tell you." I'm like, "Bro, you're useless. You're useless, bro." So I get in my car and I guess I'm fired, you know? Like, he didn't say I'm fired, but he just said, you know, like, it was just understood. He was escorting me out of the building like I had stolen or something. Literally, his reasoning was because it smelled funny outside. Like, how is that reasoning for getting escorted out of your work? Like, this is America. As I'm in my car, I drive away slowly. But before I leave the building's property, I make sure to lay on my horn. That's all they heard as I left their parking. I know they heard me because, you know, when you fire someone, whoever fires them has to literally watch them leave. So I'm like on my horn as I leave, and it just felt so good. I'm like, "Bro, y'all are hoes. Y'all deserve worse than the underworld. You deserve the bottom of the prison. You deserve to be under the prison." And it's like, I was a temporary employee there, which means a company had got me the contract to work there, right? But the contract was terminated, obviously, because they didn't want me to work for them anymore. Because they said it smells funny. Makes no freaking sense. Literally, it would not hold up in court whatsoever. It smelled funny outside when he went outside, so we fired him. Would not hold up in court, I swear. But anyway, I don't have the money to go to court, so it doesn't really matter. It just felt so good to lay on my horn as I left. But I was a temporary employee there, which means I had to call the company that hired me to work there and tell them, hey, they just fired me. And I told them why. They're like, why'd they fire you? And I'm like, because they said it smelled funny outside. And they think it was my fault because I was outside when it smelled funny. Like, bro, we're outside. Things can happen. Like, the wind can pick up things. We were outside next to a freaking interstate. You're telling me people can't throw out roaches? Roaches are pre-smoked joints. People can't throw them out the window and it just be in the premises? Like, you're tripping, bro. Like, and it's nothing to do with how I was working. I told the company that hired me, I said, it's nothing to do with my job. They just said it smelled funny and I was outside. So I got blamed for it. It's like, all right, bro. Makes no sense. The person I was talking to on the phone for the company that hired me for that factory, that was a person that I went to school with. They were in my grade. And I never really even talked to this person. Like, I never really communicated with this person, but I seen them all throughout high school. Like, I know who they are. It was a girl. I had to tell her on the phone. I just got fired. You know, it was so embarrassing. But that was the story of how I got fired for it smelling funny outside. Yeah, I was smoking my one-hitter, but they never said we saw you smoking. They just said it smelled funny outside. You were outside. We think it was you. Like, that makes sense. Like, no, it doesn't. It makes zero sense. Outside was literally next to the road. Like, where cars drive by all the time. Like, it's just so that you would get fired for it smelling funny outside and you were outside. Like, what is this? Communist Russia?